And you look at the business we've done and the players that have left, you look at the likes of Varane, Martial, Jadon Sancho, etc. Some big money has left Manchester United. And I wouldn't be surprised next transfer window, summer transfer window, a few down the line, Man United should be able to splurge a little bit and go out a little bit and not be too concerned about PSR, although it's great to see people in position who know what they're doing. Yes, people, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are all doing well. I am McKola and I have just arrived in Barcelona, but I'm here to bring you the latest Manchester United news. The transfer window slamming shut yesterday. It always slams shut, doesn't it? It never just quietly closes or anything like that. The transfer window slammed shut and Manchester United squeezing some deals out in the end. Manuel Ugarte completing his deal to Manchester United. We got news on his availability against Liverpool as well in this video. Jadon Sancho joining Chelsea as well. We didn't see that one coming earlier in the transfer window. I didn't see that one coming at all, but now that one has been done and Jadon Sancho will be joining Chelsea. Well, he has joined Chelsea and that will become an obligation to buy next summer if some of those targets are hit, which you expect them to be hit because Manchester United would have made that deal, so that it's likely that it will be done next summer on a permanent deal. And I know people are talking about we're only getting 25 million in for him, and I think, look, it's disappointing to lose out on so much money on a player, but also we would be getting a loan fee as well, and they'll also be paying his wages this season, which means that Manchester United are saving on a whole lot more money than we're just losing out on in terms of his transfer fee, because we would have had to pay his wages this season, next season, the season after, the duration of his contract. So Manchester United will be saving on that as well. And you look at the business we've done and the players that have left, you look at the likes of Varane, Martial, Jadon Sancho, etc. Some big money has left Manchester United. And I wouldn't be surprised next transfer window, summer transfer window, a few down the line, Man United should be able to splurge a little bit and go out a little bit and not be too concerned about PSR, although it's great to see people in position who know what they're doing. Do you know what I mean? How many times have we had Woodward and Co and all the clowns that the Glazers were bringing along kind of making decisions and not thinking about what it meant in the future, not thinking about what it meant further down the line, not thinking about how it would impact our ability to make signings in the next summer and the next summer after that. And they ran into deals like spending 140 million pounds on Casemiro and Anthony, which you look at that now and you think, what the fuck was all that about? Anthony is by far the worst signing Man United have ever made. And you look at the team that we have and you do feel, Raheem Sterling went to Arsenal. Now, I was for Manchester United not making that deal happen because it did feel like a little bit of a step back. Now, I rate Raheem Sterling and I think he could go on to do well at Arsenal. But I just felt, when Jim Ratcliffe and everyone came in and they were like, look, we're not going to be making these crazy signings like Casemiro, big money for players on big wages towards the end of their career. We want to get the next Raheem Sterling, not be looking at getting Raheem Sterling at the back end of his career. So I kind of understood not doing the deal, but we did need, maybe a left back and another forward as well in that attacking line. And that's why I wouldn't say it's a 10 out of 10 window for Manchester United, but very close, 7s, 8s out of 10, especially when you look at the business we did in terms of sales and those players leaving the club as well. Manuel Ugarte did sign for Manchester United in the end. It came late last night. I think we were waiting for that deal between Napoli and Scott McTominay to be officially confirmed before we officially confirm Manuel Ugarte, but he has not been registered in time because of those delays in terms of playing against Liverpool. Now I would have loved to have seen him play against Liverpool, fly into a tackle, get a yellow card, take man on the ball and get the rapture of the Stretford end. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and Manuel Ugarte will not be available until after the international break. There's an international break after that Liverpool game. The season doesn't really kick off until, once the international breaks are over for this year. Because then we have 3 games and then we have another international break. It's fucking annoying, these international breaks. But yeah, so Ugarte won't be able to play for Manchester United until after that, which is a bit annoying because he'll be going away to South America, then coming back and all those kind of things, which isn't good. I mean, it happens when you have players that play in South America and stuff like that. It's just one of those things. You've had plenty of players, but a little bit frustrating that he's not going to be available to get stuck in straight away. But I'm sure he'll be training with the lads, getting involved, meeting all of his new teammates and so on. We're also hearing that Ten Hag blocked offers from Real Betis for both Anthony and Christian Eriksen. I want to see the back of Antony, and I want to see Antony leave the club. But given the amount of players we have in those forward positions, it makes sense not letting him go this summer, although, especially without a replacement. We wouldn't have had time to get a replacement in yesterday. Now, if Real Betis come knocking 4 weeks ago, I say, what are you doing? Snap their hands off. Whatever they give me, you just go and take it. Get rid of him. Christian Eriksen, he seemed like he was close to a move to Ajax at one point. And potentially could have gone there. That one hasn't happened for him. Again, you look at our midfield options. You've got Casemiro and Ugarte in the 6th position. You've got Kobbie Mainoo, Bruno Fernandes, Mason Mount and Collier. Now, with Mason Mount's injury, the manager's probably gone, well, we need to keep Christian Eriksen. Maybe that's what's kept Christian Eriksen at the club, Mason Mount picking up that injury. But Real Betis apparently were in for him both, and Ten Hag blocked that. As we said, Jadon Sancho has left Manchester United and joined Chelsea. I'm hugely disappointed with the way that that's gone. In terms of Jadon Sancho at Man United, I thought he was a hugely talented player. I was excited to see him join the club. I thought he'd go on to be a fantastic player for us. We have not seen it at all. Even if you take away the falling out with the manager, we just haven't seen Jadon Sancho performing for Man United. Now, he's a boyhood fan of Chelsea, and I do wish him luck. Obviously not against Manchester United, but at the same time, I can't see him doing much there. I really can't see him pulling up trees there at all. So, yeah, Jadon Sancho's joined Chelsea, and you look at that and he was worried. Like, he had a problem competing with Antony for a spot in the team. And now you go into someone that's got like 10 players in each position. You're crazy, man. Anyway, Erik ten Hag has been speaking about Scott McTominay, who left the club. He said, I'm very happy for him, but it is mixed because I wouldn't prefer to lose him. He is Manchester United in everything. He was so important for United. He was here for over 22 years, but unfortunately, it's the rules. Homegrown players bring more value, and that is not the right thing to do. But for everyone, for all parts, it's a good deal. Scott is happy with it. Napoli's happy with it. And we are happy with it. Look, obviously, been at the club for 22 years. Difficult for anyone to stay at Manchester United for that long. Had some big moments in a Manchester United shirt and given us some memories that we won't forget, particularly that goal against Manchester City. But I think it was the right deal for all. I wouldn't have liked to have seen Scott McTominay stay at Manchester United this summer. I don't think he's good enough for the team. If we want to be winning the league, winning the Champions League, I don't think Scott McTominay is a player that will help us do that. And he's not a player that should be starting week in, week out. Therefore, he wants to leave to kind of get starting week in, week out, which can be understood. I understand that totally. But yeah, I think it was the right business, the right deal to be done. Get rid of him, move on. And there's still a few more players like that next summer where you look at and you think, you know, Harry Maguire, Antony, Christian Eriksen. We'll probably have to get rid of these lot as well. So, you know, the revolution is in full swing at Manchester United. I remember when Ralph Rangnick said this team needs open heart surgery. How about 17 players out and 7 players in this summer? Anyway, let us know your thoughts in those comments below. Make sure you're liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing. Keep it locked to the channel as well. I've been Adam McKola. This has been Stretford Paddock. We're out of here.